ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا کور دا د باتورانو کور.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on this Tuesday, September 2, 2025. I'm Suleiman Talash. During his visit to northern provinces, Deputy Prime Minister for Economic Affairs Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar Khan paid tribute at the Dasht Laili Martyrs Memorial in Jowzjan province. He described their sacrifices as unforgettable, saying they gave their lives for the establishment of the Islamic system, and the Islamic Emirate will strive to fulfill their aspirations. On the other hand, Pakistan's Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi spoke by phone with Afghanistan's Interior Minister Khalifa Sirajuddin Haqqani. Mr. Naqvi expressed condolences to the victims of the recent earthquake in Kunar and Nangarhar provinces and assured support for medical aid and relief efforts. Afghan Interior Minister thanked him and also extended sympathy to those affected by recent floods in Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Punjab provinces. Afghan Foreign Minister Maulavi Amir Khan Muttaqi held a phone conversation with Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Muhammad Ishaq Dar. Pakistani Foreign Minister expressed condolences over the losses for last night's earthquake in eastern Afghanistan, while Mr. Muttaqi thanked him for the solidarity and sympathy. Construction of the Kunduz Spinzar commercial market worth 6.3 billion Afghanis has officially begun. Deputy Prime Minister for Economic Affairs Maulavi Abdul Ghani Baradar Khan attended the inauguration ceremony, where he first offered prayers for the victims of last night's earthquake in the eastern provinces. Addressing the event, the economic deputy emphasized that alongside public investment, private sector contributions play a vital role in the country's economic growth. The projects include the Spinzar International Trade Center, to be built on 63 acres of land within 3 years for 5.4 billion Afghanis, a brokerage market worth 300 million Afghanis, and a utensils and electronics market worth 576 million Afghanis, both to be completed within a year on 2 acres each. On the other hand, Higher Education Minister Sheikh Nida Muhammad Nadim met with Kazakhstan's ambassador in Kabul, emphasizing the expansion of academic cooperation in joint master's and doctoral programs. During the meeting, the minister requested Kazakhstan's support in sending Kazakh faculty to Afghanistan, equipping laboratories, enhancing curricula, and ongoing and organizing training programs for Afghan professors. A delegation from the Ministry of Agriculture, Irrigation and Livestock, led by Deputy Minister Maulavi Sadr Azam Osmani, has traveled to Turkey at the official invitation of TEKA. The visit aims to review agricultural research centers and projects in Turkey, as well as to exchange views with officials and experts on agricultural research and development. Meanwhile, Higher Education Minister Maulavi Nida Muhammad Nadim met with Japan's Ambassador Takayoshi Kuromaya in Kabul. The Public Health Minister praised Japan's positive policies and respect for Afghan values. The ambassador offered earthquake relief, expressed condolences, and reaffirmed the long-term ties between Afghanistan and Japan. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has announced readiness to provide humanitarian aid to Afghanistan's earthquake victims through partner organizations. In a post on X, he described the earthquake's impact in eastern Afghanistan as devastating, noting that families have been displaced and communities face unimaginable hardships. Public Health Minister Maulavi Nur Jalal Jalali visited Nangarhar and Kunar provinces to assess the medical needs of earthquake victims. The ministry says health centers in Kabul and 4 provinces are on high alert, while emergency teams have treated hundreds of injured in Kunar, Nangarhar and Laghman provinces. On the other hand, the Herat Chamber of Industries and Mines has announced its readiness to provide food and medicine to earthquake victims in the eastern provinces of the country. Local traders and aid workers say both national and international support are essential to address the crisis. Here is the detailed story.
In the first hours after the fatal earthquake in the eastern provinces, particularly in Kunar, the Herat Chamber of Industries and Mines announced its readiness to deliver food and medicines to the victims. The head of the chamber stressed that they stand fully prepared to assist those affected by this tragedy.
Since last night, we have been in contact with our colleagues, both in the provinces and in the center. The first thing we did early this morning was to mobilize the Chamber of Industries and Manufacturers in Herat. We had several meetings, and right now we are meeting with the pharmaceutical owners. We asked them, given their expertise in this sector, to identify the medicines that are most needed and to prepare for their production and supply.
Also, several traders and aid workers in Herat province stressed that extensive national and international assistance is crucial to support the earthquake victims.
It is the moral and religious duty of every Afghan citizen to contribute in this regard, especially the industrialists and in particular the pharmaceutical manufacturers who are present here today.
It is notable that a powerful 6.2 magnitude earthquake struck Kunar and Nangarhar provinces yesterday night, leaving hundreds of Afghans martyred and injured.
Meanwhile, Foreign Ministry of the UK has announced £1 billion in aid for victims of the recent earthquake in Afghanistan's eastern provinces. The assistance will be used to provide emergency health services and a temporary shelter. The director of the regional hospital in Nangarhar said that following the recent devastating earthquake, the hospital's doctors successfully operated on over 100 injured people. He added that many of the patients have since been discharged after treatment.
The figures were previously shared with the media from time to time were preliminary, and even now the numbers are not final. This means that incidents are still ongoing. Emergency cases are continuously being reported from the earthquake-affected areas in 3 provinces, Kunar, Laghman and Nangarhar. Among these, Kunar has been the most severely affected. The majority of the injured are from Kunar province. So far, around 600 injured individuals have come to us and received treatment. Out of these, 337 patients have been admitted to the hospital. The rest receive initial emergency care, and once their condition is stabilized, were discharged. As of now, we have conducted 136 surgical operations with more ongoing. Again, we emphasize that these numbers are not final. We expect more patients today compared to yesterday, because in Kunar province, where the earthquake struck, roads were blocked. According to reports, work on clearing these roads were ongoing all day yesterday, and now they have been reopened. So today, many people may arrive from areas that were previously inaccessible. Those who were trapped under debris or couldn't reach us earlier may now be brought in, so the number of cases might rise today. As of now, we have provided blood transfusions to approximately 200 individuals, and by evening, 160 people had donated blood, which is available if more is needed. I was in the hospital myself until 11 last night, and patients continue to arrive. This is not a one-day or two-day incident. It is ongoing, and more patients may continue to arrive in the coming days for treatment.
Overseas, at least 1,000 people have died in Darfur, Western Sudan, following heavy rains and landslides. According to reports, the disaster struck yesterday, burying an entire village with only one person surviving. And the final one reached that the Disaster Management Department of Paktia Province distributed food aid to 90 families who had recently returned to the country. According to officials, each family received 25 kilograms of rice and 50 kilograms of wheat. That's all for tonight. Stay tuned to the latest news updates from RTA News. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.
ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو